Do it again, but slower.
God damn it, dude. Ooga, fucking Ooga, cunts, and welcome back to another CNN, the Cunt News Network. We bring you the news that's already been brought by somebody else. Tonight, we're going to go ahead and cover a little bit of what is currently going on, which is the Royal Rumble. I'm pretty sure that after the Rumble, that I think there's only one more match or a couple of matches left, and that's about it. So most likely, there's not going to be a whole lot of viewers watching us at this moment. Plus, we're fucking late as shit.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we're late as shit.
Yeah.
And whose fault is that?
That would be my fault. I do apologize. I completely forgot what day it was, and was just binge playing the fuck out of World of Warcraft, and then I took off to the store, which I had to go to a store that was relatively far away.
Yay!
Halfway there, I get a DM from Rob about some of the articles that he's going to be talking about tonight, and I was just like, oh, right. It's Sunday.
Yeah, that's happening in 20 minutes.
Yeah, because, well, last night we did that stream, so yeah, no, my brain was completely fucked up too. I was like, oh yeah. Plus, I fucking woke up hella late from my nap in order to do chores thing. Nope.
You know how that goes. That nap chore combo.
For those of you who might be a little confused, yes, this is Schmeckel's account, but no, this is not actually Schmeckel. This is, in fact, Brockus. I'm in charge of running this shit.
Schmeckel just sounds like Brockus now.
Yes.
Yeah, apparently there's going to be new lore. Schmeckel and Brockus are one and the same person.
Yes.
For anyone,
motherfuckers.
For anyone who might actually not know or might be a little confused on as to why, my second computer crashed last week, and so I was unable to actually do a CNN with me running as Schmeckel kind of in the background and everything like that, just pushing the button to end and start and all that while I be myself, and it's still not really working right now. I am going to have it fixed relatively soon, as much as I possibly can, but yeah. So hopefully that fixed any possible conclusions for the night. Anyways, tonight on the schedule we have quite a few embarrassing stories from Florida, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, one or two.
And then we have a couple of stories that might be somewhat political, but I don't think they would be really considered political.
Nah.
It's just one of those things where, a certain political person is involved, and some people would like it, some people won't, whatever the case is. Not a big deal.
No big deal.
Yeah. But I, of course, am going to be bringing some entertainment news. And I consider it entertainment because fucking why not? It's not going to be 100% the entertainment that some people might think, like, oh, we're going to talk about fucking Leslie Jones again or anything like that. No, it's just going to be me bringing in a little bit of stuff that I'm actually into.
Why not talk about Leslie Jones again?
I don't want to talk about
Leslie Jones.
Okay, fair.
No, please don't.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
You don't want to fall off.
Ugly cousin. She's Harambe's ugly cousin.
I am certain there are some men out there that find her attractive. I am not one of them, but I am certain that they exist. And I'm certain that there are certain members of our audience that, if drunk enough, will probably take one for the team. I'm looking at you, Tennessee Green.
Huh?
Ooh, shots fired.
No, I don't think Tennessee Marine would need to sink that low. I'm pretty sure if he got pretty fucking hammered and Leslie was the only option for him, he'd just go home and listen to music. let's be honest. It's just like, you know what? I think this is going to be my last beer, and I will catch you.
You were stationed in Bangkok. Leslie Jones would be a step up.
He would probably give a tranny some dick before he gets Leslie Jones.
What?
He's not even gay.
Not yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. We had, I don't know. I saw him in the chat earlier. We will go to the chat in just a little bit. But first, let's get to one of our first stories of the night. Rob, let's start with one of yours.
All right. Why don't we just, let me pick one of these. All right. We'll go with the big one. right from the start. Florida Secretary of State resigns after photos emerge of him in blackface at 2005 Halloween party, where he dressed like Mammy character to mock Hurricane Katrina victims. He dressed like a Hurricane Katrina victim in 2005 at college.
Cool. Because that's not going to piss anyone off.
No, not now.
Wow, so 14 fucking years ago. Cool. So that's essentially 2 cellular life cycles, which means not any cell in that motherfucker's body is the same as it was when that happened.
Never fucking apologize for this shit. Be like, you just say, I was in college. Let it go. You psychos.
Right?
Let's see. Florida Secretary of State Michael Ertel submitted his resignation on Thursday after photos emerged of the politician in blackface at the 2005 Halloween party. Spokesperson for Governor Ron DeSantis said that the newly elected Republican leader had accepted Secretary Ertel's resignation on Thursday afternoon, hours after his office was shown the photos obtained by the Tallahassee Democrat. Dude, he caved in hours. They had no other plan. Nobody advised anything other than resign immediately.
Wow.
There's nothing else he could do.
Let's just automatically cave to these stupid ass motherfuckers.
I know.
Because, oh no, a small minority, vocal minority, is bitching about shit. Okay, they do not represent your entire fucking base. Please stop this. Dear God.
In the pictures, Ertel, 49. Now they say he's 49, but I'm thinking he's 49 now. Which was so he was like 38 in the photos. It's not college. It wasn't college. It's way after college, but 38. That's like if I went out this year, this Halloween, and fucking. Well,
no,
I mean, no. This Halloween would not be like Halloween to wear blackface. All I'm saying is at the age you are.
Yeah.
Like, would you be up for wearing a ridiculous costume, Halloween costume for the time?
In 2005? Yeah.
No,
now can't fucking pull
saying,
that shit.
No. I'm not saying this exact costume. I'm saying that in 2005, this was a ridiculous costume. Now it's an offensive costume.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, would you, like, at the age you are now, are you fine with wearing a ridiculous costume?
Oh, yeah.
And then 10 years from now, you find out, oh, no, it offended 3 fucking people.
Huff Titty said the kitty when the milk went dry.
Why do people still throw bitch fits about Halloween costumes? Are we going to go back to the black?
They're problematic, yo.
Because it's problematic. Yeah, let's go back to the black and white days when some people would wear offensive costumes. You know, all those Klansmen wearing fucking kids and everything. Wait, no, those were just ghosts. Their parents are fucking poor as shit. And yeah, okay, fucking get over your shit. God damn it. It is not a difficult fucking concept to understand that the past may not have always been one of the nicest of fucking times to a lot of different people. For fuck's sake, if we go farther enough into the past, we'll see that shit was worse even before then.
Yeah. Like, oh, I don't know, actually deliberately offensive blackface. Do these, like, I understand, yes, racism is still a thing. It's not nearly as prevalent as it used to be.
Well, it's just a country mindset. You know, people used to know, like, every person in their neighborhood. And when I was a kid growing up, I knew all the people in my neighborhood. Now I don't know a goddamn fucking person in my neighborhood.
Right.
And not only that, so it's not only that the sentiment hasn't shifted that everybody knows each other because everybody's friendly with each other. It's now that everybody knows each other because everyone else is in your goddamn business trying to dig up every fucking skeleton you have.
Yeah.
That's how they know you, is they're trying to destroy you. It's so fucked up.
It's pretty fucking pathetic.
It's worse than small town, because that's probably the weirdest thing. Is I always said I would never, ever, ever fucking move to a fucking small town. Here I am, age 36, and I'm just like, you know what? I would rather fucking go to church and my neighbor know what time I'm having sex at than get fired because, last year I pissed off Cindy because she took something I said completely out of context.
Yeah. Or she just accuses you of something.
Bingo.
And you didn't even do anything.
Yep. Like what actually happened
just
at my work.
J'accuse.
Yeah.
J'accuse.
Some people just need to get the fuck over shit.
How's them dog?
So in the pictures, Ertel 49 is dressed like the highly offensive Mammy character in blackface, red lipstick, and a New Orleans Saint bandana. The Republican politician then finished it off with falsies and a shirt that read Katrina victim, clearly meant to mock the victims of the disaster just 2 months after the storm devastated the Louisiana coast.
Now, I don't know, because
I bet everybody at that party loved his fucking costume.
Well,
I bet you every single fucking person there loved it.
No, after the Boston run, when was that? When did that happen? Because everybody was losing their shit over that too.
The Boston bombing?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember. God, so much. It all fucking blends together these days.
I know. Just like, was it around the same time? Because I do remember people losing their shit over that.
I think it was a little bit. I think it was after. Well,
and that was just because Katrina, it was insensitive.
Because I remember my sister moved out of New Orleans about a month and a half before Katrina hit, and that's just coincidence. And she was fucking lucky as shit,
right?
And so I remember that happening and the Boston bombing happening after that.
So yeah, it was, if anything, then the people just would have seen it. There we go. As
They've done CERN it.
Yeah, they just would have been like, dude, that's fucking cold. It wouldn't have been anything like, oh my god, you're offending these people. No, it's just cold-hearted, if anything, is what people would have seen it like then.
Okay, and then it says, Ertel is now the second high-profile Caucasian to lose their job in the past few months over their belief that blackface is acceptable at Halloween.
Oh my god.
I
don't know.
Ertel has only been on the job for just a few weeks, having been appointed by Governor DeSantis to his new position on December 28th. He was previously the Seminole County Supervisor of Elections, a post he was appointed to by Jeb Bush in 2005 before winning re-election 4 times. The photos that have emerged were taken just 8 months after Bush selected Ertel to replace Dennis Joyner, who stepped down from the post citing poor health. Ertel had been going about the task of implementing the recently passed Amendment 4 in his first few weeks in office, which restored voting rights to 1.4 million Floridians with felony convictions. He had worked to expand voting rights in his previous position as well, so much so that in 2012 this is a Republican voting in favor of Florida felons regaining their voting rights. That doesn't seem like a very very Republican position, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I would say it depends on the felony.
Yeah. I was just about to say, huh, maybe that
There's
guy
some
can
felonies
just
that I'm
fuck
sure
off.
don't, or that you don't get forgiven, voting your voting rights. But
Yeah. I'm just like, nah,
I'm not prepared
depending
to
on the
comment about that.
situation, fuck that dude.
So he resigned shortly after giving a morning presentation before the Democrat published its story. It was a swift decision by Ertel, who's if that's the case, then he was told that, okay, you either resign or you're fired.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll let you resign if you want to, if you make that announcement in the next 5 minutes. Otherwise, you're fired.
Right? Before this shit comes out, man, publicly, you better fucking run.
Yeah.
That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
That is sad, though. Like, am I the only
Job
person?
for a 10-year-old or for a 14-year-old fucking costume party. It's fucking ridiculous.
See, and the only reason that I find it ridiculous is, I don't know, like, what kind of person is he now? What kind of stuff is he doing now? I really don't believe in treating a person the same as you would have back when they did fuck shit.
Even if he is a different person, I'm not a big fan of blackface, but I think if blackface is ever going to be allowed, it should be a fucking Halloween.
Yeah.
You can paint yourself whatever the fuck you want on Halloween, and it's nobody's goddamn business. Go fuck yourself. It's Halloween. It is the whole goddamn point of Halloween.
You know what I find kind of funny about that, though, by the way? Consider this. Halloween is actually a very old pagan Celtic fucking holiday.
Yes,
it is something that the Celts actually used to
okay. Make a point quick. I'm falling asleep.
Anyways, so the origins of Halloween is very European, not black. Black people still celebrate it. Nobody bitches. On top of that, the costumes that are being told, it's okay to dress up like a doctor. It's okay to dress up like Frankenstein. It's okay to dress up like a vampire and stuff. And that's when I have to step back and go, well, hold on a second. Both Frankenstein's monster and Dracula were both Europeanly based fictional characters. Once again, I don't understand why you throw this fucking don't culturally appropriate while culturally appropriating. It doesn't really make a whole lot of goddamn sense. But of course, you can't actually, say, oh, that's actually culturally appropriating. Well, because black people aren't stealing anything. Really?
It's not cultural appropriation.
Oh, huh.
Cultural appreciation.
It's fucking ridiculous. No, it's just because if you use their arguments against them, they throw a shit fit. Because
because it's always one-sided because white people can't be racist.
Privilege.
Yeah, exactly. But white people can't be racist to anybody.
Yeah.
It's a game that is rigged against you. And the only way to win is to go tell them to fuck themselves.
It's very fucking annoying, really, because they always want to play these double standard fucking games. They always want to make these goddamn rules for thee, not for me kind of shit. That's how it always plays out. And it's fucking goddamn ridiculous. But here's the funny thing. This is actually a really good segue into one of my articles.
Hey.
Do it.
Women's marcher melts down over MAGA hats, claims emotions outweigh facts.
Oh, is this the bald chick with the really small mohawk?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen her.
I love the
if she got some hair and wasn't talking like a fucking dragon feather on crack, then she might actually be kind of pretty,
Dragon feather on crack. That's
what I'm talking about. Did you get that reference there, Brockus?
I did. I need it to be a t-shirt now. God damn it. I want this in a merch store. Dragon Feather on crack. Oh my fucking god. Okay, so for those of you who are unaware,
like myself,
a few days ago, I actually came across this wonderful fucking video that somebody shared on Twitter, and it was absolutely brilliant because here's this essentially bald woman who's bitching about the fucking MAGA hats. She's legitimately bitching about the MAGA hats and doesn't even understand that she went against her own fucking words, because the beginning of the video, she's pretty much saying that emotions are greater than facts. Give it a couple of minutes.
No, she doesn't pretty much say that. She fucking says that.
She does fucking say that.
She just straight up says that shit.
But what makes it better is just give it a few seconds or like a minute. She flips it the fuck around when somebody throws it back in her face.
Tries to throw some facts in the mix.
Right?
Oh my
It's
God.
just because it's like when somebody actually... No, it wasn't even just that, because then somebody brought up their emotions, their opinions on something, and then she started screaming about facts. And I was just like, are you fucking serious? You don't even realize you just fucking did a 180? What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, goodness. Okay, no. Anyways.
Again, because they can find ways to justify it in their head. And what the hell ever happened to teaching people about critical thinking? Dear God.
Yeah, that's not important. And trust me, for someone who actually took a critical thinking class, I can honestly tell you that you can still pass just as long as you participate in all the stupid little exercises, regardless of whether you actually understand.
That's for any class anymore.
Pretty much. You just fucking be there, participate in stupid group activities, and you get a C.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, it's goddamn ridiculous, to be honest.
Oh, and you get to redo any tests if you're protesting.
True. There you go. Yes, this article comes from louderwithcrowder.com.
Yay!
From one of the writers that we like to feature on here because he tends to do these kinds of pieces, Corey Stallings. We here at Louder with Crowder have certainly seen our fair share of loopy lefties in desperate need of meds. Yeah. If anyone watches just one Crowder Confronts or even one Change My Mind segment, oh yeah, they deal with these people a lot. Though this particular incident may take the cerebrally scrammed cake, a shaved-headed woman's marcher in Los Angeles made eye contact with MAGA hats and went from 0 to Crazy Town in 0.00135 seconds. That's pretty goddamn fast. Yes.
I told you, Dragon Feather on crack.
I guess editor's note. The pro-Trump group all wore red Make America Great Again hats, and judging by the video footage, sought to peacefully engage women's march demonstrators to discuss politics and culture. This woman confronted us at the recent Women's March in LA. The caption said she began by screaming that she did not want equality, but wanted the whole effing thing before moving on to MAGA hats, claiming they incite fear and are racist. Well, at least someone was being somewhat honest before she turned to the fucking red hats and screamed, "Patriarchy!" I'm assuming she screamed patriarchy at some point. I didn't watch the entire encounter.
You know what's funny? I haven't heard the word patriarchy from any of the essentially, like, so everybody remembers when it was SJWs and then anti-SJWs and SJWs. Now it's just turning into the perpetually fucking offended by anything crowd and the critical thinkers. What? Just why? Why? And then the fucking perpetually offended by anything people will sit there and tell you when you get pissed off and tell them that they're wrong. That, oh no, see, facts don't care about your feelings. Bitch!
Facts do not care about your feelings. Facts do not care about anybody's feelings. The facts are the facts, and you can't actually really do much about that.
Your feelings are not facts. That's what we're trying to fucking tell you.
Pretty much what it is, yeah. Like your opinion, your feelings, your emotions, everything that's going on in your head right now, everything that you're feeling in your heart, all that stuff, that can be disproven often. A fact is something.
Okay, we've all seen Ben Shapiro.
Yes.
Yes, I will take Ben Shapiro's podium, his soapbox, all the things that he has said, and I will crowderize it. And what I mean by that is I will make it actually entertaining. I'll take his points and I will repeat them, but I will do it in such a way that is actually entertaining. And then people might not hate Ben Shapiro so much.
I think Ben Shapiro, he makes me crack up. Just the way he talks makes me laugh.
He sounds like an old man in like a 12-year-old's body.
His wife's a doctor, by the way, in case you didn't know, his wife's a doctor.
I know.
His wife's a doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, we get it.
But I actually am a fan of Ben Shapiro, but in somewhat of an ironic way. Like I do like a lot of the points that he makes, but I don't agree with everything he has to say. But one of the things is my favorite thing about Ben Shapiro is he's a tiny Jewish man.
Yes.
There's nothing even remotely threatening about this guy, and people act like he is this monster that's going to go out there and just fucking rip children apart in front of their fucking parents' eyes and just
hashtag baby Hitler.
It's fucking funny because it's like they keep acting like Ben Shapiro is legitimately new Hitler and stuff. Which is funny because I'm like, I don't get it. Is Ben Shapiro Hitler? Is Donald Trump Hitler? I don't know who's Hitler anymore. Everybody's Hitler in your eyes. You need to stop. Also, why are you so threatened by this fucking Jewish midget? Calm down. Calm the fuck down. Again, I like Ben Shapiro. I am a fan of him, but I will mock the fuck out of him often.
Yes. Yes.
Anyways, continuing with the article. Maybe somebody ought to march her girl to the nearest mental health facility. I'm sure she woke up that morning, chromed her dome with her trusty Gillette. Oh, they had to, and set out to bring the patriarchy to its knees. The last thing she wanted was to be confronted by someone with the audacity to have their own opinion. Poor little flake of snow. Take notice of how this Manson family torchbearer claims emotions outweigh facts. Sure, her opposition might be as factually accurate as mini Trumper interfering with some sick indigenous beats. Not sure. What the hell?
Sick indigenous beats.
The whole Patriots beat the Chiefs.
Trying not to talk about that again because people shut the fuck up about it for so goddamn long.
Because it's so great.
Yeah, especially after fucking everybody found out that the dude was full of crap the entire time.
Oh, so great. Anyways.
But she feels her positions are correct, which in her pea brain is vastly superior. She must have picked up that one from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
That's another name I want to stop hearing. It's not gonna, but
I don't think you're gonna stop hearing her because now she is like, the face of fucking democratic socialism. She's the hot new politician, quite literally.
No, dude, she is fucking like Democratic Trump.
No, I understand.
She is a fucking retard of the Democrats.
Yeah, but she's also I do hate to say this, but she's also an attractive young woman who's also a politician. Not gonna lie, she's actually hot. If given the opportunity, I'd probably toss her
with duct tape. With duct tape.
No, not with duct tape. I want her fucking eyes almost shooting out of her skull while I ram her from behind. Okay, look, I'm just saying. AOC is not an ugly chick. She's not an ugly politician. And a lot of people actually do not like that, but at the same time, whatever. We all have our own personal tastes and shit. I'm also pointing out that Fane really likes her. So there's a good chance he's going to quote tweet a lot of her stuff.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, Fane is kind of a fan of AOC. So don't be surprised if she does, pop up on Twitter from time to time because, Fane is interacting with her or something along those lines. Nothing against Fane. I think he needs to sometimes chill out on politics on Twitter. It's just go back to the jokes, Fane. Please, just go back to the jokes.
Yeah, he does. He does spout a lot of his politics there, doesn't he?
He does, but it actually is fucking hilarious because I do love the inevitable result in when Fane goes on like a 3 or 4 hour bender on fucking just politics. Eventually, Fat Pat shows up. He's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, get the fuck off!
Shut up! Get the fuck offline!
I love it because it's kind of like fucking Fat Pat,
Daddy,
and so Fane is the kid, and he just has to,
which is so weird.
It's funny, but it's fucking funny.
So weird.
Let's see. I think there's one more little thing. This is the direction in which the left is nosedive heading. Comedy doesn't have to be funny. The truth doesn't have to be factually accurate. Lefties don't have to be sane. Oh, sweet meteor of death graces with your presence. Yes,
please.
And we please just nuke the planet. I would like to nuke this whole fucking planet.
That would be amazing. Yes, please.
That'd be very, very fucking nice. Okay, so with a couple of articles already out of the way, we're going to go ahead and real quick jump over to the chat and see who is here. I'm seeing Lionel is once again.
Hey, see Facus. What's up, Facus?
Hey, Psycho.
Psycho 216 is also here.
And he's in the chat.
We had Tennessee Marine earlier. Marflees is here. He has been here for a while, actually. I would say pretty much from the beginning.
Yeah. Probably.
And, of course, Spectacular.
Gio's in the chat. What's up, man? Noah?
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, what's
I'm
going
scrolling up kind of far. I don't know. It's like
I'm being told to check my DMs by Lionel. I not 100% certain I want to open this.
We got a whole bunch of the regular suspects in the chat, and I love all you guys.
I'm assuming this is a cartoon that is somehow really, really gay, Lionel, and I don't know how many times I have to tell you, no. It's a no. It's not going to happen, okay? You need to fucking back off. But I don't know what that is. I will check it out after the show. I'm not going to watch it right now.
Psycho has a good point in the chat, by the way. He says, SJWs are all ethnicities, so killing them isn't racist.
I like this point, and I agree.
I do agree. I also still agree with the idea of just letting the meteor come and blow this fucking planet to pieces.
Yeah.
But, that's just me, and I'm tired of life in general.
Just let me get laid one more time, please. Let it happen while I'm getting laid. That'd be even better.
That'd be yeah, nice. Going on like you get off and then the planet dies with a massive fucking explosion.
Totally okay with that.
I think that would be everybody's dream. The world is going to end. A meteor is going to crush and kill us all. All right, one last fuck. And then we're done.
Yep.
All right. We're going to move on to the next article, and we're going to go ahead and toss this one over to you, Sestra.
I was only able to really find one shitty news thing of the week, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that one. So, Florida officer, yes, I found a Florida story. Ran over man and woman lying on road to watch the eclipse.
Okay, that's just
not sure.
West
why.
Palm Beach, Florida. A Florida PD officer ran over two people who were lying in a dark roadway to watch Sunday night's lunar eclipse last week. In a statement to the Palm Beach Post, West Palm Beach police said the man and the woman were treated at the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police said around 11:30 p.m. at the height of the eclipse, the officer was patrolling in a park and driving around 5 miles per hour when his vehicle struck the pair. Motherfucker, where were your headlights? Anyways, the statement said the man...
That's a slow roll over a body. That
Right?
5 miles an hour, that's just like, good junk. Good junk.
Well, at least he ran them all the way over and didn't leave them stuck under his car. The statement said the man and woman lived nearby. Because the park was extremely dark, officials believe they were trying to watch the eclipse when they were run over. The officer has been placed on administrative leave.
Why?
Police said that the man and the woman were both 24.
In the middle of the road. Why is he on administrative leave?
Because, motherfucker, where the fuck were your headlights? I don't care if it's a dark park. Like,
he was trying to creep on fools. He didn't want to fucking give away, like the headlights go on, all of a sudden the criminal, the cockroaches scatter. What the fuck are these people doing lying in the middle of a goddamn road?
I'm just
sorry.
That's actually where I'm stuck at right now. Why would you do that?
They were both 24 years old, and
I had a friend in high school that drove home drunk once, and he lived kind of on the, it was the outskirts of town. It's getting kind of houses start getting a little sparse. Not too many people go down that road.
Yeah.
And he stopped in the middle of the road, headlights on and everything, lit car on, opened up his car door, walked out to the center line and laid down and passed the fuck out in front of his fucking car with his headlights on there. And the cop ended up driving by and fucking stopped and woke his ass up.
Wow.
But,
hey,
he was drunk, so that's why he passed out in front of his, and he passed out in front of his headlights shining brightly upon him.
God.
Like at the very least.
Dear God Almighty.
Say we've all done some stupid things, but this guy's the winner. This guy.
See, Spectacular makes a point, but why in the middle of the road? It's a park. There's grass.
Yeah, there's like park areas to lay on.
That's okay. See, like, first of all, the people driving really should be far more mindful of where they're going and everything. Keep your eyes on the road.
Listen to how much of a soy boy this guy is. If it were me, I'd be using a goddamn eclipse, laying alone with a chick in a park to my advantage.
True.
Yeah.
But you can't do that in the middle of the fucking road. All you can do is watch the eclipse. You want to lay down on a little blanket or at the very least on grass. Like, come on, buddy.
I just don't know.
Actually, they got a point. You know what? The road is probably cleaner than the grass with the goose shit and the...
Oh. No. Oh, my God. Who does... Look, I have laid in the middle of the road before, but like in a neighborhood, knowing fully well no one was coming up and down the street. And I only did it for a few seconds. It wasn't because I wanted to watch something in the fucking sky. If I need to look at something in the sky, I'm going to go lay in grass and hope to God there's nobody drunk coming down the road that's going to, suddenly think that my house is actually their house and they're going to drive into my living room. It's just, this shit like this makes me wonder. All right, which was the dumbest one in this scenario, though? The driver or the jackass on the floor?
The dumbasses laying the road are the stupid ones.
True.
That cop probably patrols that park every night and fucking with his lights off, looking for... Because seriously, if you're in a park and you see headlights rolling up, you scatter if you're doing fucking criminal shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's got to sneak up on these motherfuckers. He probably does that every night. It's his routine. Never had a problem before because the park is...
No, dude, he doesn't want to do paperwork. Why would he want to do paperwork? No, scatter him. Just make him stop doing shit.
Look, he's got the night shift in a fucking park. He's got to make what excitement he can. He's ninjaing through there. Imagine he's about to stop a fucking major fucking gun running deal going down. Be like, come on, tonight's the night. Tonight's the night it's gonna happen. Ka-chunk. Ka-chunk. What the fuck was that?
How did the couple not fucking hear him rolling up?
Yeah.
Even if it's just a fucking car.
There's a good question for you.
Like, the fuck? The fuck? That's... I don't understand people. They're all retarded.
Don't try to understand people. It's the same thing as fucking Al Bundy, Words of Wisdom. Don't try to understand women. Women understand women, and they hate each other.
Yeah.
Same thing with people in general. Just don't try to understand people. People understand people. They hate each other.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, goodness.
I understand, like, the human existence, and that's more than enough. All that I can say here is that either or both were distracted. If I look at this completely objectively, that's the only thing I can even come up with.
I would have to say that in light of the situation of what was actually supposed to be happening, then I clearly both were highly distracted. But there is a certain point where the distraction stops being distracting and you realize, did I just run somebody over? Or for the jackass on the floor who probably heard the fucking car coming, is that a car? God.
Yeah.
Do you hear a car?
Is that a car? Like,
yeah, I hear a car.
It's beautiful outside. Is that a car?
Hey! And everybody say hello to Brux's dogs. Neighbors' dogs. They have finally fucking showed up for the show tonight.
Because
why are they so alive?
Because regardless of what I say on stream, I can't bring myself to kill a dog unless it's actually trying to kill me.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you hire fucking PETA to do it.
Oh, that is true. I might as well get one of the FBI's #1 fucking domestic terrorists on the job on that one. Don't believe me? Go ahead and look that shit up. PETA
will have no problem executing a couple dogs.
PETA was actually for a while on the FBI's most wanted list of fucking, or not so much most wanted list, but they were actually on the list of domestic terrorist groups. Not even shitting.
Holy shit!
Yeah, this wasn't for euthanizing animals. This was for the people associated with PETA that were busted, fucking like breaking into fucking labs and just destroying equipment and trying to free animals, animal testing and shit, or real domestic
and end up killing the fucking animals. Yeah.
It's pretty fucking brutal and shit. I think PETA has officially calmed down quite the fuck a lot over the years, and they
haven't. Now they're doing fucking dick and balls commercials out of fucking fruit.
Yeah, but they're not killing people so far as we know.
They're still killing dogs.
Yeah, but basically, like,
they're killing genitals.
What I was actually talking about is this was actually something that happened several years ago. I was probably in my mid-20s at this point, so roughly about 10 years ago, somewhere around there. I was trying to get my guard card and everything, and in the class that I was taking, the security guard who was giving the class and everything, he was the one who told us that PETA was actually considered a domestic terrorist organization, and even showed us the FBI fucking website that actually had the organizations that are officially considered domestic terrorist organizations, and there was PETA at the fucking top. They even explained why. It was because of everything that Rob pointed out: the breaking and entering, the fucking bombings, the fucking murders and shit like that. It was insane. PETA was going to extremes, and for all we know, they probably are going to extremes. But I will forever see PETA as a terrorist organization. Domestic terrorist organization. Fuck you, PETA. Suck my balls. I'm going to eat every cow I fucking can until I die.
Meat.
Oh,
I love
Psycho
meat in my mouth.
That he'll lay in the street for $8.
For
what?
$8? Hell yeah.
Psycho will lay in the street for $8.
God damn it.
Somebody donate $8 in super
No,
chat, and I
don't
will
do it.
make
No,
sure
it
that
has to
Psycho
be
gets
$10 because then we would get
10
8.
bucks. And you can trust me. I will make sure Psycho gets that money. Wink.
Yeah,
That's
that
not
wink
how
means
this
you're just gonna take that $8 and go buy a fucking a sack of pot.
Dude, what kind of fucking third grade pot you smoking that costs $8
Dude,
a bag?
I don't know how much fucking a dime
I don't
bag.
know how much the pot is.
I don't smoke it anymore, dude.
Well, good
Well, that's why no one likes you, Brockus.
What? People like me. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next article. Rob, what do you got for us from the?
I got Naked Florida Man. Here we go.
Yes.
Naked Florida Man, and this is even better because we have Naked Florida Woman this week.
It's
Ooh.
wow. Ooh, this is a twist of a fan favorite.
We have woman arrested for dancing naked in Waffle House parking lot.
Yes, another Waffle House. I love Waffle House.
Pensacola, Florida. A 38-year-old woman was arrested by deputies after she dropped her pants, blocked traffic, and exposed herself at a Florida Waffle House.
Yes.
According to the report, Escambia County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to the Waffle House located at 6913 Pensacola Boulevard in reference to a Baker Act.
Baker Act?
Yeah,
That's funny.
Sure. Waffle House employees stated in the report when he came to work on Monday, Freedom Ryder Zobrist was trespassing on the property, and due to her behavior, she was asked to leave the premises. Her parents were hippies. Named her fucking Freedom.
Freedom Rider?
Freedom Rider.
Wow.
According to the report, the employee contacted police after Zobrist continued to cause problems, and she eventually ran from the location, leaving all her belongings behind.
Including her clothes.
The employee stated in the report he did not want to throw Zobrist's belongings away, therefore he decided to move them to the back of the establishment so that Zobrist could retrieve them without interrupting anyone.
Oh my god.
Zobrist later returned to the Waffle House and was sitting at the back door, says the report. The employee told deputies in the report he asked Zobrist to leave the property, and she became verbally abusive, cussing, and threatened him. Zobrist advised the employee she was going to retrieve a firearm and shoot him in the face, and all of the other employees and everyone in the store. Zobrist then walked to the middle of the parking lot, pulled down her pants, exposing her sexual organs, and started dancing around in the parking lot. The report revealed that Zobrist then approached the Waffle House employee while her pants were still down and sexual organs still exposed, and attempted to grab the man's genitals.
Mm-hmm.
When the employee attempted to prevent Zobrist from grabbing his genitals, Zobrist leaned forward and licked the victim on both sides of his face.
Wow.
Zobrist was asked again to leave the premises, but instead she poked the employee in his chest with her finger. A witness then stated while he was in his vehicle trying to leave the parking lot, Zobrist blocked him in and started dancing naked in front of his vehicle. Deputies arrested Zobrist for lewd and indecent exposure of sexual organs, 2 counts with a bond of $1,000 per count, disorderly conduct with a bond of $1,000, battery with a bond of $1,000, and assault with a bond of $1,000 for a total bond of $5,000. Zobrist is scheduled to appear in court on February 11th.
$500 even, like, because it's 10% for
Meth, not even once.
Yeah.
You might find yourself.
Oh, this chick is methed out.
Yeah.
And her parents were probably fucking tripping acid while they were giving birth to her in a bathtub at a commune.
In a commune, shit, dude, on a fucking, like, oh god, what were those? Sunken in living room with shag carpeting.
No, and conversation pits and shit.
Yeah. With the old
that's too fucking waspy. I'm talking full on hippie if you're naming your kid Freedom Rider. That is commune hippie shit right there. That's don't wash your feet for 6 years and live it in your fucking painted van
Down by the river.
down by the river.
Oh man. If I'm still fed
God.
by next Halloween, I'm probably gonna do Matt Foley. I'm gonna have to dress up as Matt Foley and just walk around it. Like,
Oh, I'll send you some fucking buckets of Cheetos.
I thought you said meth Foley, but okay.
oh, why? No, I am Matt Foley. I am 38 years old.
I am thrice divorced. I live in a van down by the river.
Oh my gosh. No.
Oh man.
No muss.
I love that.
No muss.
It's one of the greatest fucking characters of all time.
Can you imagine the women that married Matt Foley, motivational speaker?
They were probably very sad women. Very sad women. Or just trying to get a green card. Who knows?
Right?
Who knows?
Who knows?
No one knows.
The first one was, she was just some sad woman who desperately wanted to get married. 2 months into the marriage, she realized, I'm not this desperate, and divorces ass.
Yeah, divorce sounds like a great fucking idea.
So Void Horizon is saying, do Angry Matt Foley now. I would love to do Angry Matt Foley right now, but unfortunately, with the time of night it is, I can't actually be too loud unless I want to invoke the wrath of.
And if you get those fucking dogs going again, I swear to God, Brock.
That's one of the reasons.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to. I don't want to yell, because if I yell, the dogs are going to hear it and they're going to freak out, thinking that there's somebody trying to break into their backyard when it's just a goddamn stray cat. You little shit. For those of you who can't actually see me, yes, I did look directly at my window when I said it. Anyways.
Nobody can
Hey,
see.
do we got more stories? Because I got more stories.
Sestra, did you bring more than just the one story? Did you bring, like...
I have feel-good stories.
You know what? We're
Do
going to
it.
do one more Crowder story, and then we'll get into your feel-good story.
Go for it.
All right. So, from louderwithcrowder.com yet again, from one of my personal favorite fucking writers from louderwithcrowder.com,
Yes.
Courtney Kirchhoff. God, I love this woman. Just want to point out, this was the entertainment I was talking about. Again, it's not really entertainment, but it's entertaining to me. The reason why is because I remembered halfway through the stream that I was going to talk about Ethan Van Sciver, and then I realized, I already did cover that recently, so I'm not going to actually talk about it again. But if you guys want, I will give an update on Comicsgate stuff. And if you want to have a good laugh at Comicsgate haters, I will direct you to a Twitter account to which you can just watch. Don't send hate or anything like that, but just watch this person lose their fucking shit on John Malin and Ethan Van Sciver. Anyways, another transgender woman freaks out over misgendering. Did anybody see this? This is a new one I saw last night.
Is this the one of in the fucking game store or whatever?
And no, that was in Albuquerque in the city.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
But I personally have never seen what is it? Macho Man Tranny Savage wandering around Albuquerque.
Tranny Savage.
Oh, I love you, but fuck you for that one. I was in hate at that moment. I hate you. Oh, okay. Hold on, get some water. I feel like I just shoved cotton balls down my throat.
Sorry, bro.
Anyways,
that was their name, right? That was the meme that was going around, right? Macho Man Tranny Savage.
I didn't see Macho Man Tranny Savage.
No, Macho Man.
Macho Man.
Yeah, Macho Man Tranny Savage.
That's even better. Oh my god. No, okay. So this is a new one. This is one that recently broke within the last 24 to 48 hours. I'm not sure exactly when this happened, but I saw it last night and fucking cracked up. Well, I'd say the meme of 2019 is transgender women getting their freakouts on due to misgendering. Because first we had the GameStop Superman.
Superman, yeah.
That's the one, yeah.
And now we have this precious little lady, a transgender woman, a man, known as Savannah Garcia. Then they show a picture of the video. I think it's actually the legit video with a tweet that I guess also shared it. The hashtag LGBT community needs to do some serious house cleaning. It's clear that their intent is not tolerance, but it's to punish and coerce others to celebrate their delusions as if it's real. They cannot compel speech from others, period. Hashtag know your emotional state. Now, the person who sent that tweet is what looks to be a black woman. And I am just like, well, fucking great. I wonder what they're going to respond with now.
I will admit that
internalized
the LGBT
racism.
Well, no, the LGBT movement, the fucking movement community, the the black community, the fucking all these communities suck at policing themselves. The black communities have colorism or shadeism, no joke, where they sit there and they go, "Oh, you're not dark enough for us." No joke. This has been a thing forever. It's fucking sad. LGBT will sit there and go, "Oh, you're not gay enough, you're not bi enough, you're not trans enough," to each other.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people who aren't of these minority groups don't know this stuff. So I just figured I'd, put that out there. They're just as fucked up as everybody else.
True.
They just try and act as if they're better or deserve. I'm just like, no, see, that's why we just want to be able to treat everybody the fucking same.
We want to
because y'all are just as like fucked shit. Up.
Yeah, you're just as big as an asshole as everyone else.
Yeah.
And we ought to be allowed to call you an asshole like everyone else.
Yep.
So there are, I actually have had many friends in the past that have done and said some pretty fucking out there things, especially shit that would essentially go against what they are and stuff. Like, I've had gay friends shit on gay people.
Oh yeah.
Lesbian friends shit on lesbian people. I've had women shit on women. It's fucking great. But I think the one that has cracked me up the most was this one giant of a black man. Like, put into your head your boy Pat, and then take away the muscles and just make him a bit on the chubby buff side. Like, not actually like he goes to the gym all the fucking time and works out and fucking looks like Luke Cage and shit. But like, he just he looks like if he tried, he could be the next Luke Cage kind of shit. This dude is a giant of a man. And one of his favorite things to do around random fucking black people is scream out things like white power as he does the fucking Nazi hand salute. And so he used to have, I don't know if he has it anymore, but he used to have a fucking trucker hat with the Confederate flag on it. And he would throw that shit on real goddamn fast and do that shit while playing some fucking country ass music and stuff. He used to love just pissing people off. And unless you knew him personally, you wouldn't know that that was a fucking joke.
That's hilarious.
What? I know. Why can't... I think that's the biggest problem that the left has, is they fall into these traps and they cannot tell when, like, no, they just say everything's racist when, like, pretty much, like, I've said the N-word before, don't need to say it right now. I know, but
God.
It's always to piss off somebody else. It's never meant to, like, it's never at somebody. It's always just said, my sister fucking hates it, so I'll troll her with it. You know what I mean? She flips out so hard, and that's the reaction I'm looking for. That's exactly why I say it. It's not because I'm racist. It's because I want you to freak out. I want to see your reaction.
And that was why he did it, because he wanted them to realize that they're freaking out over some dumb shit. Like they would basically freak out if somebody like myself would say it. They would freak out if, you know, regardless of who would say it and stuff like that. But anytime somebody would lose their shit with him, like I saw him once tell a black chick to go fuck herself and get the fuck over it, you entitled little bitch. Because she walked up and tried to explain to him why it's problematic or some shit like that. I can't remember what the fuck they were saying. I'm using language that's happening now, but this was years ago. So before anyone was saying this is problematic or something like that. But some black chick walked up to him. We were having a smoke outside of a bowling alley. And she tried to explain to him that, like, you know, that's really fucked up. You're just hanging out here with your fucking white friends, you know, trying to impress them with this and that. And she was the one who was just like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Get the fuck out of my face. And it was hilarious because he was pretty much just being real goddamn rough with her and explaining, you need to get the fuck over it, all right? It's a goddamn joke. Either join in with the laugh or shut your goddamn mouth and sit down.
Yeah. I love that shit. I love that shit.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck, man. Like, I've known some pretty fucked up people in my days. Anyways, the article continues on. Know your pronouns. Know your pronouns. This is what the person in the fucking in the video was actually screaming at one point. The post was originally published on Savannah's Instagram account, but has since been removed. Perhaps because it paints Savannah as a belligerent man bitch. Yes, a man.
Sorry.
I'm reserving the insult of bitch for actual women. Sadly for little Miss Garcia, the internet is forever honey. If you go full cray-cray on some poor saps working at the Alamo rental agency, thinking it's a good idea to record your suffering, then post it for the world to see, only for the world to reject your cray-cray, too bad. We have it now, sweet cheeks. And then it's through the video and everything. Continues on from there. Last bit. Here's the bigger penis-shaped point. God damn it! I
fucking love her.
She's so good. Savannah thought being misgendered was a real crime. So much so, Savannah wanted to enter the entire world to witness the plight of its suffering. Gosh, I'd call that privilege, wouldn't you? Savannah probably believed the very act of being transgender automatically qualified him for internet sympathy when someone making just above minimum wage didn't care to his false sense of reality. Or call him stunning and brave. Plot twist, not so much. Ain't reality a bitch?
Yep. Yep. It sure the fuck is. What did we say years ago when this shit started? The second they start getting out into the real world is going to teach them they don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is happening? The real world is trying to teach them that they don't give a fuck.
Oh, very much so. Yes, yes.
You are on your own.
Pretty much.
Sink or swim.
We aren't going to fucking babysit your ass.
The goddamn GameStop employee doesn't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
He only cares about you insofar that he doesn't want to lose his job when interacting with you. Like, that's all he cares about.
I think Segment 216 is just realizing that YouTube has made sure that you can't say certain words in the chat, even if they haven't been already predisposed to this. These are the banned words list. If you use these words, you automatically get banned, or whatever the fuck it is, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, nobody go to fucking GameStop. They're like one of the worst goddamn companies ever, dude. They will rip you off fucking every chance they get.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, if you're over the age of 15 and you're still going to GameStop, you're on crack.
The only reason why I still go to GameStop is just kind of have a look around and see what is actually out there, what games I'm clearly missing out on.
You may be able to pick up a used game or two for cheap that you've never played before, but don't ever go sell your games back to them.
Yeah.
And don't ever buy new games from them, and don't fucking pre-order, you goddamn bitches.
Oh God, no.
Don't pre-order anything.
Yeah, no, I don't buy anything from GameStop anymore. If I really want the new game coming out, I usually go to like Best Buy or some shit.
Yep. Or Steam.
Or Steam, yeah, that's a good one. If you can get it on Steam, get it on Steam. If you can get it from their website, get it from their website. You know, go digital. video games are great, but you should really go digital. It's nice to have the physical copy, but at the same time,
dude, everyone keeps saying that. Who gives a fuck about a goddamn physical copy, dude?
it's not that big of a deal, really.
No,
Yeah.
it's really not. Like, if you gotta have your physical copy, then you're like, that's some psychological shit you need to deal with. I pay for like, what happens when that physical copy breaks? They give you a digital copy anyway.
Yep.
Because that's the fucking copy that you should be using in the first place. That's the immortal copy.
Yeah, this is pretty much it.
It's like.
Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and move on from fucking making fun of dumb people.
No, the only reason you need a physical copy is so you can have your little geek wall of every game that you own all lined up on bookshelves and shit like that.
Like books.
Yeah, I mean, I still buy comic books from the comic book store and everything because not only do I actually want to continue to support my local comic book store because I like those guys; they're pretty fun.
Comic books are a different medium, though. They are not the same as video games. A physical comic book is so much better than a digital comic book.
That is actually very true. And there are plenty of websites out there to actually get the free versions and everything like that. And, that's fine. I probably will end up downloading a fuckload of free comic books and shit to actually read them because maybe they're things that I haven't been able to pick up or the store doesn't have, whatever the case is. But I like to actually support my local comic book store. I also like to support certain writers and artists and let Marvel and DC know with my money, hey, I like these people. I don't like these people. That's why I'm paying these people. Do you get the point?
Hashtag move the needle.
Pretty much. That's basically what it is. It is hashtag move the needle. Just, God damn it. Anyways, so we're going to move on to the next story. Sestra, what you got for us in the world of feel good?
So, y'all might have already heard of this. Colin Powell says man who lost leg in Afghanistan helped him with a flat tire. I loved hearing this story this week for several reasons. I'm obviously very pro-military and vets in general. So, former Secretary of State and Army General Colin Powell got some help changing a flat tire from a man who lost a leg in Afghanistan. Powell posted on Facebook he was driving to Walter Reed Military Hospital when a tire blew out on Wednesday. A car pulled up and a man with an artificial leg got out. Powell says that the man recognized him and wanted to help. He learned the man had lost his leg when he was a civilian employee in Afghanistan. The man finished changing the tire and they both drove off to their appointments at Walter Reed. The man later wrote Powell that he was always an inspiration. Powell wrote the man had touched his soul.
Why aren't you actually crying right there? I've seen you cry for less.
True, yeah.
Because I'm not reading the story that fucking Colin Powell put out. And yes, my eyes are watering up because I'm a fucking crybaby. Because here we go. I'll read the post. General Colin Powell on Facebook. Yesterday was a reassuring day for me. I was on my way to Walter Reed Military Hospital for an exam. As I drove alongside I-495, my left front tire blew out. I'm a car guy. I knew I could change it, but it was cold and the lug bolts were very tight. I jacked up the car, got several of the bolts removed, when suddenly a car pulled in front of me. As the man got out, I saw that he had an artificial leg. He said that he recognized me and wanted to help. We chatted, and I learned that he had lost his leg in Afghanistan when he worked over there as a civilian employee. He grabbed the lug wrench and finished the job as I put the tools away. Then we both hurriedly head off to our appointments at Walter Reed. I didn't get his name or address, but he did ask for a selfie, and then he sent me the message below last night. General Powell, I hope I never forget today. See, damn it, because I'll never forget reading your books. You were always an inspiration, a leader, and a statesman. After 33 years in the military, you were the giant whose shoulders we stood upon to carry the torch to light the way, and now it is tomorrow's generation that must do the same. Anthony Maggart. Thanks, Anthony. You touched my soul and reminded me what this country is all about and why it's so great. Let's stop screaming at each other. Let's just take care of each other. You made my day. Wah!
Somebody out there is going to find some way to think that Colin Powell is ableist or some shit.
Right.
Triple shaming.
You know what? I have several fucking friends who are like fucked up physically, and yeah, if I
using disabled veterans to push your agenda, Colin Powell. Jeez.
I'm just saying here, and I'm like, if I fucking see any of them pull that shit, I swear to God, I'm calling them out. I will fucking lay them out.
Okay, I got one more story, and then I have to go.
Oh,
I was actually thinking that we should cut this relatively short. So go ahead and give us our final story of the night. Let's leave with a bang.
Okay. Man causes $100,000 of damage to liquor store construction site. And you know, screw it. I'm going to pull up. You got to see the photo. You got to see the photo.
Liquor store construction site, y'all.
Look at this. Look at this mugshot. He looks like the guy at the beginning of Sultan with a bad Elvis haircut.
Oh, that's nice.
And a meth addiction.
He does.
Oh, that's nice. Woo!
Ooh, trippy. Okay. According to Crestview Police, a 32-year-old Freeport man is in custody following a Saturday night rampage. Rampage! The rampage caused more than $100,000 in damage to the liquor store under construction at the Crestview Walmart and to construction equipment. Around 9:10 p.m., the suspect, Matthew Horace Jones, used a forklift to damage the building under construction. According to police, Jones allegedly broke into the fenced-in construction site on the north side of the building, or on the north side of the Ferdinand Boulevard South, using a JCB extendable forklift parked at the job site.
Who the fuck left the keys in it?
That's a good question. The building under construction was destroyed. Additionally, the suspect damaged a city fire hydrant and a 2-inch water meter worth about $3,200. Crestview police received calls that the suspect was throwing cinder blocks off the scaffolding in the construction zone. According to a building contractor, the damage included $40,000 in scaffolding and materials, $15,000 in block and mortar, a $15,000 forklift, $7,500 mixer, $1,500 mud pans, and $4,000 in damaged fencing. The suspect, Jones, also caused about $60,000 in labor to clean and rebuild the site. When Crestview police officers arrived on scene, Jones aimed the forklift toward officers.
Of course.
The officers stopped Jones at gunpoint and were able to detain him. Jones stated his name was Alice Wonderland, and he was told to commit the offenses by a hookah-smoking caterpillar. God, I love Florida.
Shit.
Why?
And her name is Alice Liddell, you motherfucker. Anyways.
The defendant stated Walmart was building a place to sell alcohol, and he had a problem with it. The suspect was on probation, but is now charged with felony grand theft, use of a motor vehicle to damage property of another in excess of $1,000, criminal mischief with damage greater than $1,000, and violation of felony probation.
God damn. God damn.
So Spectacular says, "Wow, when he fucks shit up, he does it right."
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can't really argue with that.
that's the minimum effort, maximum carnage. You just hop in a forklift. It's work.
Shit. Oh my god. Have y'all seen the video of the guy who's in a lift and he's in a lift driving from the liquor store back to the construction site in the lift going maybe 5 miles an hour sitting on a case of beer, and a cop pulls him over, and then the cop's like, "You need to get down, sir," and he's like, what's that?" And fucking like lifts the lift up. "What's that, sir? I can't fucking hear you. What's that? Come get me, man." It's hilarious.
Oh, that's too good. All right,
Amazing.
well, that will be our last story of the night. Rob has to go, so we're gonna go ahead and leave it here. Join us next week when we'll have more insanity. I'll probably have some more Comicsgate stuff to talk about, along with whatever other fucking crazy shit has happened throughout the week. And of course,
come on, Naked Florida Man.
More Naked Florida Man stories. And then, of course, Sestra is just gonna, she's gonna be the one in charge of all the feel good stuff. It's gonna be our Feel Good Inc. fucking, segment, I guess.
She's gonna make herself cry.
Yeah.
It's the Sestra makes herself cry segment. That's what we're.
Yeah. Yeah, because we need that shit, y'all.
We do.
I'm just a softie.
With so much.
Even though, like I said last night, I will fuck a motherfucker up.
It's true though. It's fucking very accurate. Everybody has two sides. There's the nice side, and then there's the evil side. Whatever.
Yes.
Anyways, but yeah, we do need more feel good stuff, because in this world, in this day and age, there's so much shit being thrown at us. There's so many people pointing fingers at certain groups and blaming them for world problems, for life problems, for this problem, for that problem. With so much shit like that going on, we need moments, we need time to ourselves to where we can actually sit back and actually realize there are still good people in this world. There are still
that fucking dog.
fucking
I'm just kidding.
I just want to
I was waiting for you to say there are good people in this world before I started yelling for the murder of the canine.
But we need those segments. We need those feel-good moments, because we need reminders that the world is not completely filled with shit, that there are good spots in it, that there are always going to be those people out there that, regardless of what is consistently being thrown at some people, at themselves in general, that they will not move, they will not budge, and they will stand their ground and show the world, well, I'm still a good person.
Yep.
Kill the dog. Kill the dog.
Next week, Brogus murders his neighbor's dogs and then goes to jail. Anyways, that has been tonight's CNN. The Cunt.
Well, if you murder the dogs, I expect you to do it in a spectacularly Florida Man fashion that gets you national headline.
I'm going to have to do a lot of meth before I do
Not cruel, but funny, where people have to stifle laughter because they're reading a story about dead dogs.
We can't now, though, because now the dogs are part of the fucking show, y'all.
They are my co-hosts. How dare you? Anyways, tonight with me, of course, were my two co-hosts, Sestra, aka Background Chick, and Robert Como, the man, the myth, the sexy ass legend.
Oh, I'm sexy.
Hey.
And I, of course, have been your head anchor, Brockus. Good night, cunts, and get the fuck out.